Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. I'm Gene Delasala, president of Audioholics.
And I'm Hugo Rivera, vice president of marketing. Gene, we have some awesome products over here today. I'm super excited that we're going to start covering some of these.
Yes, we're cutting edge here, my friends.
Absolutely. I say we start with this nice little guy over here, this Fluance product. What can you tell us about its name and all that stuff?
Well, it's the Fluance Fi50 portable Bluetooth speaker.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, the listening test we did is just incredible. I have to say, I'm blown away. The Bluetooth technology especially, Gene, it has come such a long way. Remember the days when you used to listen to the car and basically everything will come all mumbled up?
Hello. Yeah. Trust me, man. I used to want to basically take the car phone and put a hammer to it.
This time, not the case anymore, you know. We had some pretty good streaming over there. And furthermore, it just seems like, you know, as we turned it up, it kept giving us some good juice and good fidelity at the same time.
Well, you know, let's talk about the technology and why that is. Start with the Bluetooth. Fluance is really on the cutting edge here. They employed the latest Bluetooth tech, which is the 2.1 standard, and with aptX.
Right. What is the aptX for the uninitiated?
The aptX is basically a compression algorithm that extends the bandwidth out to 20K.
Okay.
So it gives you CD quality-like fidelity.
Yeah.
If your streaming device supports it. Like, for example, our Samsung S5 phone did, but the Apple phone, ironically, doesn't.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But in all honesty, Bluetooth 2.1 is there, man. The sound quality is there. The reliability is there. The connectivity, you got like a 35-foot range from your portable device. We didn't have anything drop on this. We tested this thing out for over a month. It was solid.
It sounded really and truly like you had a CD inside.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yeah, we streamed radio, Pandora. We even had I had some high-res FLAC files that I put in my phone, and I played it on this. Not a problem. It all worked out. It even tells you when you pair it. It talks to you. It's almost like Cyberdyne's Model 101.
I know, right? And I'll tell you what, Gene, before we get into the nitty-gritty of what's inside and what makes it so good, I want to discuss a little bit the look. I think the look is great. I mean, we have some nice MDF finish over here. It's nicely rounded here, you know. The front seems to be like, the front baffle is like the Korean from your Status acoustic speakers.
Yeah, you know, it really does look like that. It's a plastic front baffle, but it dresses it up nice. I think it adds a little rigidity to the overall design. I love the radiused edges. Everything is smooth. It's not like a box. And they did a good job cosmetically. And it comes in 3 finishes. You know, we just happened to pick the black ash one, but there's 2 other finish options for you as well, which you could check out on their website.
I guess the only thing we can say, Gene, is that it could certainly use a handle on the top, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's a hefty product. Don't kid yourself. It weighs like 13 pounds.
Yes.
Which is good for someone to start, you know, with a little introduction curl if you had a little handle on it.
Yeah, you know, a good little warm-up,
maybe some
lateral races, yeah.
But yeah, a retractable handle would have been nice to have on it. Maybe in a future model they could do that. The other couple of things I wish it would have had. I wish it would have had grill covers on the speakers.
That's true.
You know, because they do have discrete tweeters in those speakers, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But a retractable grill cover, a removable grill cover would have been a nice touch to keep prying hands away.
Hey, it would be good for version 2.0.
There you go. So yeah, we should talk about the tech. You said it plays really loud. There's a reason why it plays loud, and more importantly, it plays loud cleanly.
Cleanly, that's the key.
Okay. The reason that is, they use a real amplifier in here. It's not like a Fleawatt amp that you get in most portable boom boxes. This thing's rated at 40 watts continuous. Now, they don't tell you if that's per channel or if it's per speaker. I'm assuming it's 20 watts per speaker. It's got a pretty hefty power supply inside. I just didn't find it ran out of gas in any of our tests. That's number one. Number two, the driver technology, the speakers, you look at them, most of these devices, especially at the $200 and less price range, they give you like a little whizzer cone.
Right, exactly.
Or they might give you a little tiny woofer and a separate tweeter if you're lucky.
Right.
I think what Fluance did was they took the best of both worlds. They gave you a larger cone, almost like those whizzer cones with a high efficiency, a bigger woofer, but then they made it a concentric driver. So they put a tweeter in the middle. There's like a 0.6-inch silk dome tweeter in the middle, and it's kind of like a fiber cone woofer with a butyl rubber surround. It's a concentric driver, folks. It's Dolby Atmos Reflection Speaker's wet dream.
For real. You're not lying.
But instead of bouncing it like a gimmick off of a wall, they're actually using what a concentric driver is meant to do. It's meant to give you the maximum sound in the smallest surface area, and it sums a lot sooner. So you can sit closer to the speaker and it doesn't sound like there's a disconnect between the woofer and the tweeter.
And remember, if you want sound coming from one location, make sure that you put your speaker in that location.
Common sense physics, we have to keep reiterating. But in any event, let's not get off topic. I like the fact that they use this driver in here. It works well. It's rear ported, so it gives you a little bit of a bass bump. Now, Fluance claims it's rated down to 40 hertz, but they don't specify what point that is, if it's a 10 dB point, a 3 dB point. I mean, basically, you and I both know you could rate a tweeter down to 40 hertz.
Yes, right.
This is not playing solidly down to 40 hertz. I would guess it's more like 70, 80 hertz range. It gives you a decent amount of bass. The only downside is they don't have a subwoofer output. Again, maybe in version 2.0. Guys, Fluance, please. We want retractable handle, subwoofer output, speaker grills.
That'd be awesome. That'd be the ultimate Fluance product, Maybe we should call it the F150
Mach 2.
Mach 2? There you go.
See, exactly. I'm doing the marketing for you.
We're taking them to the next level.
But another couple of cool features we have on here. We have a USB charging port, so you can plug your phone in. This came in really handy for me. My daughter's doing her dance recital for her quinceañera, and they have to have music streaming through YouTube, and my phone was dead. I plugged it right in, and they practiced for 2 hours, no problem. I come back, my phone's almost fully charged.
That's incredible.
So it's like, wow.
That's really useful in this day and age, to be quite honest with you, because you need a charger somewhere. You know?
Everybody forgets to charge it when they travel. The other thing is it's got a 3.5 millimeter input, so if you're old school and you don't want to stream, you can plug an analog connection in there. You plug your CD player, whatever you have. You could do analog audio directly into it, and that's good. The only other thing it doesn't have, for obvious reasons, it doesn't have a battery pack, because it is a pretty hefty amplifier on here. So you do have to plug it into the wall. Just recognize that. Right.
But I'll tell you what, all in all, Gene, when you look at the price tag this has, this is incredible value.
It really is. I mean, it's $199 retail. I think that includes shipping. But then they also offer like coupon codes. Like a couple of months ago, they were promoting this on Audioholics for $179 if you typed in the Audioholics coupon code.
Yeah, so it's honestly, where can you get that kind of value? You know what I mean?
You really can. In terms of, we've been checking out a lot of Bluetooth speakers lately. This is one of the best values on the market. It really is, guys. And it's all self-contained as one unit. I just don't see really any downside to not getting something like this if you're into Bluetooth speakers.
Absolutely, Gene. Absolutely. I think unless you have anything else to add, I think that pretty much does it for this,
I guess the one last thing I forgot to mention is it has the isolation feed. It has either the rubber tips or it has the brass cones.
Oh, okay.
That's really useful when you're sticking it on a table and it cuts the vibrations down. In fact, we have those employed right now. So again, another great touch that Fluance added. They didn't have to add. It just shows the attention to detail that they put into this product.
And we love that. We love attention to detail.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's great stuff. Really, really good stuff. I cannot say enough good things about it. I mean, I was impressed since the minute that we did the performance test. I was like, okay, this is really good.
Yeah, check it out, guys. It's definitely the deal to get.
Awesome. Well, with that said, we hope that you liked this video, and if you did, click like on the button below, and also feel free to share it with your friends and comment below. Let us know what you think and what other kind of Bluetooth products you're looking at. And with that said, until next time,
keep listening and do it wirelessly.